So YouTube, I've had this page for a couple of months now. I figured it's time for me to introduce myself and a little bit about what it is, or the services that I'm going to be offering here. So the main one is private banking and discharge through the U.S. Treasury, right? And so if you look in the videos of how to make a money order that I have on my page there, it's probably a few down from this one. It's something similar to that process, but it goes a little further in depth um, regarding the private process. So this is private banking, right? Discharged through the U.S. Treasury. And then secondly, we have the constitutional challenges that I think are crucial to have in place. And basically what it is kind of drawing the line in the sand where you stand between yourself and these government personnel, right? So that way you have a foundation from which to entertain them if you were, so I mean, the likelihood of you coming into contact with one of these people is pretty damn high. For you to think that that's not the case is crazy. So try to get ahead of the wave a little bit, right? To be able to address them properly. And so basically what that's gonna do is give you a contract with any of these agents, so they can, and so what it'll do is serves as a public notice. So they can't act like they didn't know who you were and where you stood prior to any given interaction. So it's always good to have that contract in place. And then then you're holding individuals accountable rather than the whole entity. So say like the whole police department. It's going to be hard to sue them like that because they're operating under a different guise where they can do whatever they want in that capacity, the public capacity, but they can be held liable privately. So what this does is you enter into a contract with them privately so they can be held liable privately, right? So you're going to see a lot of shit change as soon as you start sending in that paperwork. And they don't always take it easy, but it is what it is. Somebody has to do it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to do it. So, and it doesn't always go bad either, but sometimes they just don't like being told what to do. Maybe they don't know what serving means. Maybe they don't know what a public servant is. So, some of this documentation goes into depth about what it is that a public servant is and what they should and shouldn't be doing. So anyway, after I get 1,000 subs, what I'm going to start doing is raffles and free monthly package giveaways for people who can't really afford it. So you can do whatever you want with this information as well. You can start your own business with it. You can help all your friends and family. You can discharge for other people if you want. But mainly, and so just keep in mind that this is not like an overnight fix either. This can take anywhere from 30 to 120 days, maybe even like a little bit further out than that. So this isn't so much for people that are trying to get overnight remedy. This does work and it will work, but you got to have patience with it. So this is more for like people who have huge hospital bills they can never pay. Your light bill is crazy. You're never going to be able to catch up. Whatever, things like that. So you can get that out of the way and move forward to the next level without having to worry about debt, because you know how heavy that is. And I mean, the debt does weigh, even though it's fake debt, the shit weighs and it's mostly in your mind. So, and then thirdly, I have another channel called TTL, Tony Telling It Like It Is, which I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. Diving into some of the topics that I see a lot of people talking about on YouTube and stuff like that, controversial topics that I think are awesome, and just to provoke people to be able to think outside of the box, which I think is crucial, especially with the times that we're in. And so also as well, I think that private banking is crucial to know as well, because what is going to happen with the monetary system? And just know that as long as the U.S. Treasury is there, you're always going to be good. It's really that simple. You don't really have to rely on the Federal Reserve notes and all that garbage when you understand how to make your own money. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I mean, ultimately, all of that is privately owned businesses, and you're using their private paper, essentially is what it is. But they have no more authority to create money than you do. You just don't know that. You do now, though. And so also I'm going to be doing hats and clothes with different sayings on it. Like this is a no contract hat. So you know what that means, because they like to pretend like they don't get noticed when they do get noticed. Maybe they throw it away, whatever they do with it, you know what I mean? But it ain't what they're supposed to be doing with it. So I was trying to think creatively, how could we give public notice that they can't freaking deny? And that shit is on your clothes. So the no contract hats, shirts, things like that with different sayings that let them know where it is that you stand. So they can't pretend to never have gotten any public notice as to where it was that you stood. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit creative right there. And plus it looks good. You know what I'm saying? And I would much rather be wearing something like this than another name brand. You know what I'm saying? Because you're representing that. And so this is what I represent. This is where I stand. And I think it means more than anything else. And so you write your own story. Don't let people write your story for you. That shit is crazy. And what else do we got here? And so that's about it for now. So I just wanted to do my little introduction. My name's Tone as well, and I look forward to doing business with anybody that's interested. And if you have any more questions, I'm going to leave my email in the comments section. Go ahead and send me an email if you're interested in services as well. I'll send you, what do you call it? I'll send you like a little menu of what it is that I'm going to be offering for services. I mean, I can do a lot of stuff, but right now I'm trying to keep it as basic as possible for laymen, people that don't want to study, which you really should study. But I'm setting this up in a way that you don't really have to know what the hell is going on with it, but just know that it will work, right? So, because I mean, when I had first started this, I had a whole page of all different stuff. I'm not trying to get caught up in doing somebody else's work for like weeks on end either. So this is something quickly that we can do in a half hour private video, whatever it is, and we can get that done. And so once you see that this actually works, um, then you can go ahead and help your family and all that too. Because when you first start telling them about this, they're probably going to think that you're crazy until you're debt free. You know what I mean? So that's why it took me long as well to come and offer this to the world, because I was kind of skeptical in the beginning too. I was like, oh well, if this really works, how come everybody isn't doing it? It's because everybody don't want to read. You know what I'm saying? People would rather run on a rat wheel for 40 years than take a couple years out of their life, read, and kick their feet up on the beach. You know what I mean? Like, so, but this is, this is the world that we live in too. So the shit is just crazy. The easy way out isn't really the easy way. Uh, but I can help, I know, and play my part with this here. And I think it'll give people a lot of confidence moving forward, knowing that they don't have to worry about bills and money is not what they thought it was. So again, my name's Soon. I look forward to any further interactions with you two people. Thanks.